My favorite part about being on the land here is all of the noises, the bugs, the rustling of the trees, and the smells. I like to just sit and listen, to what Mother Earth is telling me. My name is Brandon Dockstader. I'm Bear Clan from the Oneida Nation of the Thames. I work for Oneida as the Environment and Consultation Coordinator. Today, we're out just outside of Oneida Nation of the Thames. This property here is a 50-hectare property owned by the University of Western Ontario. There's been years of people dumping various things here. And we're out here today to come and clean it up and take a lead from both a partnership with Antler River and Oneida Nation to kind of help take that first step forward in managing the property here.
This is what a lot of our region in Southern Ontario would have looked like just a few hundred years ago. And being from, the city environment, we kind of just accept the turf grass lawns and the parking lots and the strip malls as normal, when really that's all very new. And when I come out to places like this, you see and hear wildlife that you don't get to encounter in London. And so I think this is sort of a glimpse of the past.
It's my first time here, and I was taken with how beautiful it is, how much natural, non-invasive vegetation is here. And as a land that borders the river, I see a lot of human and non-human systems coming together in this place.
I'm going to say about 40, 50 years ago, down at the river here, we used to go swimming in there. Today, with pollution in the Thames River, we can't do that no longer.
I think of garbage as a problem of object permanence. So when we're babies, everybody knows the game Peekaboo. You play with a baby where you're there and then you go around the corner and the baby's like, oh, you're gone. Like, incredible, you don't exist anymore. And then over time, as babies get older, they learn, oh no, when you go around the corner, just because I can't see that person or that object anymore, it's still there. And so that's called object permanence. And I think we assume that adults, humans, are really good at object permanence. And garbage demonstrates that we're not. Because what happens is we take the garbage to the end of the curb and it gets picked up by a truck and that's it, it disappears, right? Out of sight, out of mind. I think garbage ends up in natural areas like this and the trees grow over it and we don't see this, and so we forget that it's here.
You walk through here and you see all the garbage, and if we can remove that, that helps us to start envisioning more restoration for the land. So I think that's really important, that this is one of the first actions that we do. We show community that, hey, we're going to start cleaning up this land, taking care of it, and hopefully that leads to more activities like this in the future.
It really gives me hope to see all these people coming together to take care of a land that they don't necessarily benefit from or have any connection to, but to see the importance of cleaning this land and making it a space where cultural work, ecological work can come together and be done.
I think it's a really important outlet for folks that are suffering from ecological grief to be able to do something tangible with that. But to me, it almost feels like a little way of saying, I'm sorry. I have contributed to this in many ways. And by picking up the garbage and disposing of it in a proper manner, that feels like a bit of an apology.
I'm really excited for the opportunities that can happen on this piece of land here. Because it's owned by Western, there's an opportunity for Oneida and the university to partner on the management of this land. We could do so much more to rejuvenate and restore the land from a Indigenous-led perspective.
I look a lot at conservation work in my art and in my studies. And I see the role that white supremacy has played in the way that we have structured our ecological work, our conservation work, and how that framework of white supremacy has blinded us to a lot of what actually needs to happen. And I think that in a decolonial future, we have to be led in those ways.
The stewardship could be working through Western and the Oneida First Nation people, and they can just work together and maintain the land. So not just one group is going to do it, and like even the people who do come in, they could be a part of it as well. It's two groups, the more groups who's working towards that goal.
When we can find partnerships like this with Indigenous communities, with the Western science, with biologists, and the elders, and bringing them in the same room and confirming through both the Indigenous knowledge and the Western science, and if they're improving on each other, that's really important.